Hello, we are talking about the adults prequel episode. Let's just go, let's just jump right in. Woo!
Hey, how y'all doing?
Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty of me talking about this prequel episode, I first want to preface and just say that I was lucky and grateful enough to have the opportunity to be able to watch this prequel episode back in June when the show had its season 2 premiere at Tribeca Film Festival. We got to watch this prequel episode along with the first episode of season 2, but obviously I wanted to wait until the prequel episode was out on Hulu before I made a whole video talking about it, and I also just rewatched it because honestly my memory is quite bad, so I definitely did forget some of the things that were happened in this episode, so I was glad to rewatch it because it was back in June, which is like over a month ago when I first saw it. So rewatched it, now we're making a video about it, and also obviously for season 2, like the one episode we got to watch for that, I obviously won't be talking about that until we get the entirety of season 2 at the end of August, which is still so far away, even though it's technically now less than a month away, but it still feels so far away and very sad. Very sad to me personally. Flashback to me at the beginning of this year when I did my adults video, the oddly specific things I need adult season 2 video, where I was like, oh wow, they're filming, like they're in production right now filming like season 2. We'll probably get it at the same time we got season 1 last year, which was like in May, I'm pretty sure. Egg in my face, pie in my face. Look at where we are now, getting it at the end of August instead of May. But it's fine, it's fine. I'm just glad it got a season 2, because these days lately, like, it's feeling like nothing's getting season 2. Original work is getting, that's a tangent and a topic for another time. I'm actually not going to jump into that. Instead, we're going to get into the prequel episode, which is the main thing that I'm here to talk about. No more intro, let's get into the goods. So first, let me give the summary of the episode itself. If you haven't seen it, if you have seen it, let's just do a brief little recap of what happened in this little prequel episode. What's it about? Blah, 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 blah. Also, I'm sorry if my chair's, like, making, like, a loud noise. The setup is starting to annoy me, and I kind of want to go back to the floor. If you've been here a minute, you know I used to do my vids on the floor over there, perfect lighting right next to the window. I'm also in front of a window right now, but whatever. I just kind of miss the floor sometimes. This new setup feels a little constricting to me. TBD with what happens there. Anyway, so yeah, sorry if my chair makes noise. Sorry, just general, blatant, sorry. Okay, anyway, on to the prequel episode. My notes are down here, classic on my computer. So, summary of the episode. What happened in this episode? This episode is basically the gang meeting Paul Baker. The friend group, our core four friend group meeting Mr. Paul Baker. So the story behind how this happens is the gang, the friend group, they're all watching TV in the living room one day, and they're watching the news, and then like a thing for the New York Marathon, like, oh, it's happening that day. A news story about that comes on, and then also like showing people in the crowd like having signs for like all the people that are running, blah, blah, blah. And one of the group of people that they show are Anton's co-workers with like Anton signs, Anton heads, like all that stuff, like Anton run fast, Anton's fast, blah, 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 go Anton, go, like that type of stuff. And that clocks it in Anton's head. He's like, oh my God, I told my co-workers that I like run and I do like 5Ks, 10Ks, marathons. I told them I was running the New York Marathon. Oopsie, they're all out there waiting for me. This is awkward, this is crazy. So the gang, I keep calling them the gang, like, isn't that like It's Always Sunny, like, reference? I'm sorry. I haven't even like full watched that show. I've watched a few seasons, but I always like, I don't know, a friend group to me is a gang, like, of course. But it feels like that's so like Sunny coded, even though I haven't seen that show, but I feel like that's just like their thing, right? I don't know. Anyway, though, so to keep Anton's lie in play, the whole friend group decides to weave more webs of lies for Anton and help him keep lying to his coworkers about running the marathon. They go to like a printing place, print out like a bib for him to show like, oh yes, this is my runner number, blah, blah, blah. They go to the spot where the coworkers are like lined up with the signs, like, okay, so you're gonna just run past them and, you know, just talk to them, blah, 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 run past them. You don't have to run the full marathon, obviously. Run past them. It'll prove to them that you're running the marathon, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's what this episode's about. Many more things happen that I don't really want to dive into because you should just watch it. Honestly, if you're watching this video, you probably already did watch it. So you're really not even here for the summary. You're here for me to talk about what I thought about the episode, probably. I don't know. And then the Paul Baker of it all comes into play when Issa and Samir are at like this cafe or something making signs for Anton as Anton and Billy are like trying to go at the printing place and like get the fake bib, what's it called? Fake like marathon number bib thing, blah, blah, blah. So while they're doing that, Samir and Issa are at some cafe type whatever, making signs for Anton to also hold up like on the streets, whatever. And then that's when they see Paul Baker, because Paul Baker also ran the marathon, and he comes in all like distraught or like in need of medical attention. Essentially, he bursts into this coffee shop place, wherever they are, maybe just like diner, restaurant. What's the other word for like coffee shop, but it's not like a full-on restaurant, and it's not a diner also, it's like that like in between thing. I can't think of it. Like cafe, kinda? I don't know. Like they also have like lunch food. It's not like just like breakfast vibes. I don't know the word, whatever. He bursts in, about to pass out, and he literally passed on the ground. Issa's like, let me save this man. And thus Paul Baker's born, like literally, and thus he's born as a character. Boom. Also, I want to preface that in this episode it is established that the gang is living at Samir's house, and this is like the beginning of them living at Samir's house, and his parents don't even know that that everybody's living there yet. And Samir's like very like, guys, you cannot let my parents find out that you live here. Like you can't go through the front door because like there's a ring camera, and like my parents will see you. You have to go through the back door all the time. Like they cannot know you're living here. Like as they're going on their little cross-country road trip to all the national parks, like they cannot know because they are going to be like upset, whatever, etc, etc. So yeah, just want to preface that. That's where we are in the timeline of friendship, if you will. Friendship? I don't know, timeline of life. We'll just say this is the timeline of life that they're in currently at the beginning of them living in Samir's house. Cool. Now I want to get into some of my favorite parts and moments of this episode, because I did have many moments that I really loved. Honestly, I loved this whole episode, but I do want to point out and specify some specific moments, parts, scenes, if you will, that I really liked. I don't feel like saying that all over again, so we're just gonna go with that take and live, laugh, love. So first up, the cold open for this episode. Love that so much. I'll also try to insert the clips of these, but I'm gonna explain them as well just in case I can't insert the clip. So yeah. So the cold open of this episode is essentially Issa trying to find her iPhone, cell phone, whatever. He's like, guys, have you seen it? Blah, 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 blah. They're like, no. And she's like, okay, I'll do the thing, you know, where you like tap the thing on your computer to like find my phone, and like it starts making like a little like little sound so that you can like kind of locate it. That starts going off, and then they all start like dancing to the beat of it. They're like, oh, this is like kind of good. They all start dancing to the beat of it. Issa finds a phone. She's like looking at it. She's like, oh my god, my dad had, not dad, whoa. She's like, oh my god, my grandpa had a heart attack. And then she's like, oh wait, this is not even my phone. She realizes it's Billy's phone, and then she's like, oh, here you go, Billy. And then it's like awkward, silly, funny. It's a good cold open. Let's insert it here, hopefully.
Have you guys seen my phone?
Of course not.
Always no.
Issa, I got you a phone lanyard for exactly this reason.
Oh. Well, then has anyone seen my phone lanyard?
Again, no.
Ugh. I'm just gonna do the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at this, look at this, look at this, watch this. Yeah, I found it! Okay, right there. Don't stop.
My grandpa had a heart attack.
What?
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Oh, wait, this isn't my phone. Billy? I found your phone.
Issa, Jesus Christ. He's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay,
The next moment I want to talk about is when Issa meets Paul Baker. I already kind of explained how that happened, so let's just insert that clip right here because it's so good, so funny, and I actually, probably the best part of the episode. I love it so much.
You know what? You're right. Fine. I'm done. I'm done fixing these lost, broken men.
Thank you.
It's charity. I'm not doing it anymore. I should get to be the lost and broken one. I'd be so good at it.
Can I just borrow your bathroom? Please? Can I just like a glass of water? Please, like I need some water.
Somebody touch him! I can save him!
Issa!
Are you a doctor?
A dance teacher. Why? Do you not feel well?
Can I just get some water, please?
Yes. Could we please get a water and a Diet Coke? Thank you. Okay. Hi.
Hi. You're pretty.
You too.
I just wanted to check on my chicken fingers.
Okay, and next up, the next moment that is one of my favorite moments from this episode is Billy being famous at the print shop that they go to. Like I said, they go to a print shop to print out his like marathon runner bib number thing. And Billy's literally famous at this print shop. She knows all the workers. She hangs out with them. She does karaoke with them allegedly. This is like pre where we are now with Billy, obviously. So it's like we fully see her as like the career girly that she was in like episode 1 of like season 1 before she gets fired from her news job. Like that is Billy. Like she is literally career girl. She's literally career girl, and we fully see that in this moment here. And let's just insert that clip because it's so fun and funny, as I said about all these other clips.
Hey, look, Billy made me a fake bib.
Wow.
Yeah, just don't embarrass me, okay? Kind of a big deal here.
Billy.
Customer of the century.
Karaoke queen.
How much time does she spend at this print shop?
Yo, Billy's here. Billy's here. Look.
Rob, it's your dad.
I think we have to kill her.
Yeah, I think it'd be a mercy kill.
Let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
And now the last part, moment, clip, scene that I want to talk about from this episode that I really loved is the moment when Anton, you know, fake runs the marathon and he runs past his coworkers, like where they're standing on the street, whatever. That part is so funny, so awesome, so great, so perfect. As I said about literally all these other clips, as I said, literally I just said that exact thing as well, like 2 seconds ago too. Me repeating myself, what else is new? But yeah, that moment's really funny, and let's just insert it here when he runs past his coworkers and he like is just so Anton. He's just so Anton about it, and it's perfect. It's literally perfect. Let's insert it.
Oh my God.
What? You got no. Oh my God, I'm emotional.
I'm doing this for you. And breast cancer, okay? We're gonna fix it. We gotta fix it. Mwah, mwah, and mwah.
What is he? Anton.
Oh my God.
Okay, now he's milking it.
Go Anton! Go Anton! Go Anton! Go
Oh, I love it. Okay, here we go.
You got this.
He's gonna end up running a marathon.
He's a riot.
I wish you could see what I'm looking at right now. Like it's literally just my cat laying on the bed sleeping right now. Like I wish I'm recording with my phone so I can't like record something for you right now to show you, but it's actually the most adorable thing ever. And actually I feel bad now because you can't see it, so sorry. Literally after I film, I'll take a picture, insert it here so you can see what I'm looking at, and it's the most adorable thing ever. Now the last thing that I want to talk about for this video is why I personally love that the creators decided to do this prequel type episode. So the first thing I need to say about that is like, who doesn't love a well done flashback episode? Me personally, I love that. It's very reminiscent of Friends to me. Friends like always was able to do a very nicely done flashback episode. They did an episode like where it showed how they all became friends and just like stuff between like Rachel and Monica when they were in high school, and like Ross and Chandler in college, and like how they met Joey, I don't think they showed how they met Phoebe, but like how, you know, just like really early stages of their friend group. They did like flashback episodes of that, and it was just so nice to see, and I love those episodes too. And I know a lot of people think like flashback episodes can be like seen as like filler or whatever, like they really don't add anything to the plot, but hey, it's a comedy show. Wouldn't one say like all of it's just filler and fun and like nonsense? Think about that. Sit with that. Sit with that. Yeah, I love a flashback episode. I love a good flashback. I love a good, well done flashback episode. I don't just love it when you just throw some stuff in for lulz and laughs and like whatever, like let's fill up some time. I don't love a flashback episode that truly just feels like you're just trying to fill up some space, fill up some time, fill up an episode. I don't love that. But when it's a well done one, when it's like something's like, oh, this is information that we should know, that like maybe you've talked about in like present time episodes, but it's like, oh, it's cool to be able to actually see it, you know? So I love a well done flashback episode. I'll say that again for the millionth time. And I love this flashback episode, this prequel episode, if you will. It's really good. It's really nice. I love being able to see how like friendships form, or just like early stages of friendships, early stages of relationships, or just specific moments in time. Because obviously for this episode, we don't see like, oh, this is like how they all became friends. We don't see that, but we do see like the early stages of them living in Samir's house and like how it was a little bit chaotic, like his parents not knowing it, Samir not wanting his parents to know, like them having to like navigate that a little bit. But we also see like the beginning of their friendship with Paul Baker, which is cool and nice, and like Issa's relationship with Paul Baker, which is really cool and nice to see. I just love seeing specific moments in time brought to life in a flashback episode. I think that's a good succinct sentence that we're going to live with. Let's keep going. Also, it's really nice in this episode to see where everyone is specifically at in the moment of time of like when this episode takes place, if that makes sense. Like we get to see what their personality vibes are right here in this moment, and it also like the personality that they have here does not contradict with what we know currently about them, if that makes sense. Like the stuff we see them do in this flashback episode really just aids in all the stuff that like we already know about them. So like I said, Billy, we see her being like the ultimate like career girly in this episode, and like that's just so Billy, you know, like that's so the Billy that we know. Obviously in season 1 we kind of see her go off the path of career girl, and she, you know, she lost her job and she's like a little bit lost and confused, dates her high school teacher because she's like a little bit lost and confused. But at the end of the day, like she's still a career girl. She's still like girl with a job, girl with big aspirations. It's like nice to see, and like we fully see that here in this flashback episode. And with Issa, we see her, she takes in boys like they're stray dogs, stray puppies, etc, etc. In this episode specifically, like she talks about like past relationships and how like all the dudes sucked, but she always like made excuses for them and tried to like keep them and like I guess you could say like kind of like change them, save them if you will, etc, etc. And then also leads into how she finds and gets with Paul Baker because she literally tries to save his life because he passes out in this coffee shop cafe, and she's like, I can save this man, please. And then she immediately falls for him and he immediately falls for her right back. But that part of Issa, the relationship girly Issa, very much relates to and like corresponds with the Issa we currently know and the Issa we currently see. Anyway, Anton, we see him lying to his coworkers, and that's very very reminiscent, very, once again, corresponds very well with the Anton we know and we love, our little friend slut. We love him. But also literally in that clip that I hopefully inserted of him running past his coworkers and him being very like Anton and like super bubbly, energetic, blah blah, like that specific Anton moment is so current Anton coded, you know what I mean? So it's just nice to see the through line between that. You see that what I'm getting at is we see the through line between everyone, and then finally to talk about Samir, like him being stressed about everything, him overthinking everything. That's so much current Samir coded. Like everything just like perfectly lines up to like what we know now about everyone. That's what I'm trying to get at. Writers did a great job with that. Nothing feels like out of place or like, oh wait, this feels like it's like contradicting this thing we know about them, etc, etc. The only thing I will say though is like the Issa of it all with like her relationship and like, you know, going for like the sucky dudes and like trying to save them, whatever. That feels like a little bit contradictory to like the season 1 Issa that we know, when like Billy gets fired and she's like, oh, now you get to go through your hoe phase, like have fun, live life, go crazy. That's the kind of Issa that I thought we would maybe see in this prequel episode, like that crazy side of Issa that we like hear about in season 1, but we don't see that. So then now I'm thinking like maybe that was more like college Issa, which would be like far before prequel episode. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like crazy Issa, hoe phase Issa, Issa on field Issa, that is like maybe college Issa, which, you know, prequel episode is not the college time for them. They're all like 24 here, post-college, whatever. So yeah, it was like that thing of like, oh, her being like random string of relationship with like sucky bad dudes doesn't really feel like it coincides with the information we knew about her. Like just being in a lot of relationships and being like very like sex positive, etc, etc, just like flings, hookups, blah blah blah. But then I'm like, okay, wait, maybe that's like that arc era of Issa was like probably college time, and then after that she got into a relationship with sucky dudes, blah blah blah, met Paul Baker, blah blah, here we are now. Does that make sense? I hope I explained that point in the way I wanted to explain it. Editing me will probably jump in if that literally sounded like crazy garbage nonsense, but other than that, let's move on now. All that to say, let me reiterate one more time. Everything that we see from all of our main characters in this prequel episode, I like that it all, for the most part, or like, yeah, just completely corresponds, does not contradict with the things that we know about our characters currently. The only thing I can say is the Paul Baker of it all. We don't know anything about him. Like, his personality, like, it definitely feels like the same as, like, the Paul Baker we know now. But, like, when we see Paul Baker for the first time in this episode, it's also the first time the friend group is seeing him. So, like, they don't know anything really about him yet. We don't know anything really about him yet. But it's just, like, him being a nice guy. Him being very nice, very honest, very Canadian, I'd imagine. That's very much his vibe in this prequel episode. And then once again, that also feels very like current Paul Baker coded. So yeah, anyway, finally, all of that to say, the writers did a good job writing this episode because everybody, all their dialogue and all their little personality traits that we see in this episode definitely go along with who they are currently, what we know of them currently. So I like that a lot. And I can definitely say that because I did just rewatch season 1 before I watched this prequel episode. Like, I rewatched season 1 last week just for funsies. And I was like, oh yeah, the prequel episode's coming out next week. I'll be able to watch that, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, so I'm really tuned in with everybody's, like, vibe. And also it's, like, the millionth time. I can't think of a real number, but it's definitely been a lot of times that I've rewatched season 1. So yeah, I feel like I know these guys like the back of my hand. What's that thing? It's like, I've never been to this place, but I know my way around. I know my way around these characters. I've never met them because they don't exist, but I know my way around them at this point. I've rewatched this so many times. But yeah, writers did a great job writing this episode. Everybody feels very grounded in who they are currently, and like they feel like it's the same person. That's what I'm getting at. It feels like it's the same person, which is exactly what you want from a flashback episode and a prequel episode and like an episode that's coming that's like supposed to tell you information about something that happened before, even though you're already in a current timeline where other things are happening. It's like you don't want the prequel to contradict stuff that's like currently happening, obviously, and this doesn't. Thank you. I feel like I just like repeated the same things like 30 freaking times, maybe like 30 times, and it's just like, sorry. One more blanket statement. Sorry. Anyway, the final thing that I need to say right now is that there is a Samir and Issa solo moment scene in this, which is like what I'm talking about, like when they're at the cafe making the signs for Anton for the marathon. And it just made me realize, like, I hope we get another Samir x Issa duo moment, plotline, subplot in one of these episodes in season 2. I really need that. I don't know if I included that in my predictions. I don't think I did. I don't remember my predictions or like my oddly specific things that I want to happen in season 2. I don't remember them anymore, but I will say I need that to happen because they are so good together. Like, their chemistry is just so good. I just really hope there's more like solo moments between them two, subplot moment, whatever, in season 2, because they are just really good together. Their chemistry is like really nice and like they're really funny together. And I specifically noticed that when they were both on, like, the actors themselves, when they were on Owen's podcast, In Your Dreams podcast, shout out, love ya so much. It's such a good podcast. It's so fun, so silly, so unserious, gotta love it. They were on the podcast together with Owen, and they're just like chemistry in that podcast, like, it was just like they're so funny together, they're so fun together. It made me like think like, ooh, they should do more season 2 stuff, duo stuff together. And then it happened in this prequel episode, and that like reminded me of that fact. And now I'm just like, ooh, I really hope they play into that in season 2, like a little Issa Samir duo moments. Please. I do think I said in my oddly specific video, I will say I do think I said like, oh, what if Samir and Issa are like endgame? I do think I said that. And you know what? I think I do stand. And you know what? I do stand by that. I'm saying this with a straight face. I stand by the fact if the creators wanted to make Samir and Issa endgame, I stand by it. Whatever. Yeah, I do. But yeah, that was the last thing I needed to say. Please give me more Samir and Issa duo moments in season 2. I hope that's already been in the works because obviously we can't go back and do season 2 now again. So I just hope that, it happens because they're really funny in that cafe moment, and they're funny together as actors, like I said in Owen's pod. So let's just tap into that more in season 2. Let's give them a duo subplot. Samir goes to the dance school. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I've been talking for way too long. I literally talked for 30 minutes about a 20-minute episode. So that's really interesting. Let's see how much gets cut out of this. I have no idea. Scared to even touch this edit, whatever. That's it for this video. I'm excited for season 2, guys, and I hope you are too. I'm really excited to watch it. I'm really excited to make a video about season 2. That's gonna be really fun for me, and I hope it'll be fun for you too. Yeah, okay, that's it. Thank you.